Welcome to the creek. I recently announced that I joined Livingston Lures here, and I kind of want to answer. I'm already hearing people ask, some or don't, but they're thinking, why did you join Livingston Lures after all these years? And of course, I've been with two hard bait companies in my career, and it's been a while back. They had what I call a full line of the hard baits that I needed to be successful. And that basically what I'm talking about topwaters, I'm talking about jerk baits, I'm talking about all kinds of crankbaits. So in Livingston, I became aware of them when Randy Howe won the Classic in Guntersville. And I paid a little bit of attention to them, and then they kind of drifted off my map. And so, what I realized when I went to San Antonio and looked at their line of lures, because I went there with the intention of trying to redesign their whole line of lures. And when I looked at them, I said, they don't need to be redesigned. They've got every type of tool, hard bait wise, that I need and that I use to be successful. And I said, but I realized there's 3 or 4 other companies out there nowadays that have that kind of line of hard baits that are really well made, function well, designed well. So why would I choose Livingston? And I'd have to go back through the reason I chose them was this system called electronic bait fish sound that they have inside every one of their hard baits. That sound duplicates certain type of bait fish, certain type of crustaceans, and it's in every one of their baits. Yes, I was familiar with sound before, but they were all these rattles we put in them to them. And sure, we learned that bass are very curious predator. And so, but those things also, you got to realize, only work when the bait's moving. And I chose a bait through sight and lateral line mostly, sensory-wise. I always looked at a bass and said, okay, what sense is this bait mostly going to appeal to? Lateral line and off-color water, and at night, sight in clear water. In off-color water, it doesn't play as big a role. But sight's I've always used the opposite in fishing it than I have what most people think. I'm not trying to match the hatch like a trout angler. What I'm trying to do in clear water is speed became my best friend. And I don't want them to get a good look at it. I don't mind it matching the hatch, but I really don't want them to get a great look at it, because they'll still, with all their sensory abilities, which are far greater than the humans, will detect that it's not real. So that's what's one of the main reasons I have chose to go with Livingston Lures. The sound, again, I just want to emphasize, it's not rattles. It's a true electronic bait fish sound in the bait. And sound exists in all 3 realms. It's the only sense it does. And so what I'm saying is, it exists even when the bait's not moving. It's not moving. You have sound there. And all of those anglers, whether by accident or whatever, have caught some really nice strings of fish when the bait wasn't moving. And it's what I call the power of the pause. I've had some of my biggest strings using what I'm going to refer to as the power of the pause. And that's when that Livingston lure is different, when it's sitting still. It's as good as any other bait moving fast, but when sitting still, it is better. It's going to give you 2 or 3 more fish a day that you probably wouldn't catch otherwise. And the other thing is, I'm going to talk about the power of the pause in detail in the future. And also, I am going to also design a new line of crankbaits for Livingston. I designed the best crankbaits ever designed. I'm going to be real pompous about that. And everybody else on the planet's copied them. That's okay. That's what our industry does. But this one, I still had some tweaks I wanted to do on those. And now with Livingston, I'm going to come with those crankbaits and make those tweaks, and I think you'll like them.